Hi all, welcome to John's Model Making. Today I'm going to be carrying on with the Willys Jeep. There we go, there's a book of instructions, looking brilliant. You can download the instructions as well. I download them as images and that's what you see on the videos. Just right click it, download, copy image, and there you go. It's easy peasy. Now the engine, to my subscribers, David and Darren, actually got in touch with me, told me I got the, well, didn't tell me I got it wrong, but told me what the correct position for the HT leads from the spark plugs to the distribution cap is. 1342. I did get one right, which is number 2. But there we go, that's sorted now. Yeah, they know how fussy I am. Gotta get it right. Well, that's the engine as it is now, looking absolutely superb. Today though, we're going to be doing the chassis. Put that there, and here is the chassis. So we're starting on the chassis. We got the rear bumpers, which are these two little pieces to pop in place. And it looks like there's a lead there as well. I'm not sure if it's an lead. No, it's just a lead. Yeah, that'll be pretty straightforward. And then we've got up to number 14. Hopefully we'll get this in a decent amount of time, so it's not too long. But I know the chassis is going to take a few more stages after this before it's completed. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on with the build. There we go, those are the parts. That's looking absolutely superb. So we need to pop these two rear bumpers on. They call this a fair lead, and what is this? Oh no, sorry, that's the wire. It is just a wire, and that one is supposed to be a fair lead, which is basically a wire grip. So there we go. We got the chassis, we got the two bumpers, and we got the DM screws. We got the wire and the fair lead. We don't need that now. This one with HQ3 will go on to here. So this one will go on to here, and we'll need the DM screws to keep these in place. So we have 2 DM screws for each of these rear bumpers. There we go. That's the 2 rear bumpers. Looking just like that. Excellent. Right, now we need to put this lead in place. Just put this grip here, and we'll put the lead on once we get this tapped into place. There we go, and the lead basically will go just there, like so. There we go. That's the wire in place, just like that. Excellent. There we go. That's stage 10 completed. Okay, now we have stage 11. Let's get the parts out. There we go, those are the parts. We have the machine gun mount plate, and then we have gearbox support, gearbox casing A and B, gearbox casing cap, transmission shaft cap, parking brake drum cover, parking brake drum, oil plug, DM, FM and CP screws. Okay, we need the gun mount and the chassis back. The gun mount goes into there, like so. And we need 2 CP screws for this. There we go. That's the gun mount in place. Next we're on to 11B, which is the gearbox support. That will fit into there, like so. Yeah, it doesn't push in much, to be honest. Yeah, that is the right way. That pushes in there, and we need an FM screw to keep that in place. There we go. It does obviously draw it up into place. That is that's solid. That is the only metal part in stage 11. Okay, now we have 11C, 11D, 11E and 11F. Let's see, we need 11D. For 11D, turn that around. 11F will go, oh sorry, 11E, get it the right way around, with slots in to there, like that, and this one will do exactly the same here, go there, and over the top we have 11D. We'll capture these with 2 CP screws. To get the connections right, it should just press home. There we go, just like that. Excellent. tight fit that. 2 CP screws. So there we go. So we have the gearbox casing A and B, gearbox casing cap, and transmission shift cap. There we go. Just like that. Now we want 11I, which is this little piece. It's just a cap, basically. Got that off the sprue. Quite a big sprue that actually. And that will go onto here. There we go. In place just like that. Now we want 11G and 11H. Make these two up. Turn it around. There we go. We need a couple of CP screws. There we go. Now these will go onto the chassis. We need a CP screw for this. Yeah, well, that will go there, like so. We need another CP screw right down the middle before we put it on the chassis. Alright, so hold that in place like that. So this is the brake drum, its cover. Brilliant, there we go. And that will now go just there, like so. And we need a DM screw. Put this into place. Turn that around. There we go. Excellent, looking just like that. So there we go. So we have the brake drum, the gearbox encasing, the mount, gun mount, and the little cap on top. Yeah, that's the oil filler cap. Brilliant. Or oil plug, I should say, sorry. Oil plug. Brilliant. There we go. That's stage 11 completed. Okay, now we have the first leaf spring. So we have a leaf spring front, its hinge, leaf spring C hinge, leaf spring support A and B, leaf spring plate hinges, and FM screws. We got the parts out. So there we go. All these parts are metal. So that's fantastic. We've had cases in the past where I've had leaf springs and they've been plastic. Anyway, that one will go there. That's 12E. 12D will go here. Yeah, and we need the FM screws. Okay, I've just changed that around because it hangs over more on the inside than the outside. Looking at the diagram, it's not exactly 100%, but I think that is the correct position for that. You can see how that is, and this end is fine. Excellent. Right, we need this piece now, 12C, which will go into here like so, and we need another FM screw. Okay, we also need 12E, which is this piece that I'll put on the end of the screw. Get that there, like so. There we go. We're going to flip this round because we've obviously got the leaf spring, which is here, and you see the bigger hole that will go just there, like so. Yeah, and then this little piece that we've just popped in place. Again, we need another FM screw to get that leaf spring in place. A little bit of oil on there. Bring this piece, which is 12E. There we go. Right, again on this side we need these two pieces because we're going to put them on the leaf spring. Bring that over a little bit. There we go, like so. One will go on either side of the leaf spring and attach to this little bracket here. Okay, so we need 12F with an FM screw through the middle, like so. And we need the leaf spring, this end of the leaf spring in place as well. .12F stays there like so. And now we need another 12F on this side. There we go, flip that round. Get the screw through 12F. Get this in place. There we go. Both of those are 12F. I did have to change that one around. Yeah, they go like that. They can make that gap If you do it the other way, the gap is less on the inside. But there we go, that's that leaf spring in place. So there we go, there's the leaf spring. As you can see, that's how that should be. Plenty 3-in-1 oil on there as well. Excellent. Right, let's move on to stage 13. Okay, we have stage 13. So we have 13A leaf spring front, and 13B leaf spring hinge, 13C's leaf spring C hinge, and then 13D and 13E is leaf spring support A and B, FM and GM screws. Let's get the parts out. Okay, now again we've got to put 13E and 13D into place. Just there and there. And we need FM screws. There we go. Those two supports in place. Yeah, a bit tough. So screw them down, take the screw out, put it back in again, and it gets rid of any excess in there, excess paint. Stop it, because otherwise it will just wobble. Okay, now we can put the leaf spring in place. Wider hole at the end here. That will go like so. That goes over the top there. That will link there. We'll need a GM screw for here, and we need this piece here, same as 12F. This is 13B, this little link, and we need 2 FM screws to catch it at the back. Okay, let's get this first screw in here. Excellent. And this end we just need a GM screw straight through the middle, that bracket. Okay, let's get the GM screw in here. There we go, that's that leaf spring in place. There we go. Same at the back here with 13C with that bracket and that little link. There we go. That's looking cool like that. Excellent. At least all the parts are metal and nothing is plastic for the leaf spring. That's excellent stuff, that. That's looking just like that. Brilliant. So there we go, that's stage 13. Let's move on to stage 14. Okay, now we have stage 14. We have 14A is the front axle, 14B U-bolts, 14C right front clip plate, 14D left front clip plate, CM and HM screws. Let's get the parts out. Okay, first thing we need is this piece, 14D, and basically this will go here, just like that. We need a couple of CM screws to capture that. There we go, just like that. Okay, now we have that in place. It will move, so you need to line it up with a hole here in the leaf spring, because now we need to put the front axle in place. That will go there like so, and we'll pop the screw all the way through this bracket and the leaf spring, and it should come through, and we can now capture the front axle. There we go, just like that. We'll line this one up here and we'll do exactly the same here. Got another HM screw through that bracket. There we go, we've got 14C in place on that leaf spring and the front axle underneath. Get a HM screw all the way through. There we go, there shouldn't be any movement there whatsoever. Excellent. Right, we can get the U-bolts in place, because they will basically just go over the axle and through the holes in the 2 brackets that we've popped in place. There you go, that one just presses into them holes. One end has gone in, one end hasn't. Typical. And we do the same on the inside. Get the U-bolt there, and just pop it home. Line it up, push it in. That one went in alright. That one's still not fully gone down. And the same on this side. Get the U-bolts in place, line them up with the holes, and then just press down basically. Fun with U-bolts. Get your pliers and push them. There we go. Drag them all the way through until the naughty boys go home. Yeah, tough, I must admit. Same with this one. There we go. That one's gone through now. And that one. Yeah. Just like being awkward. That's what they are. Alright, okay. That one was too much. Yep, but all four are in place. Excellent, that's the U-bolts. There we go, the front axle. Looking just like that. Excellent, and the leaf springs, of course. Like in Brill. So we want it that way around, really. Excellent stuff. Gun mount, yeah, brake drum. Excellent. There we go. That is stage 14 completed. So there we go, folks. There is the chassis with the leaf springs and the front axle in place. Yeah, the U-bolts were a little bit fiddly. I think I might pop some glue on the ends of them as well, just to make sure that they stay in place as well. Yeah, I know they're not going to come apart, but yeah, that one, yeah, it's a bit rocky, that one. Once it's pushed through, it opens it up a bit too much, I think, with that one. But yeah, there we go. There's the chassis. Looking cool. Right, we'll carry on doing this for the next set of stages. Brilliant. Anyway, there we go. I hope you did enjoy that. I know I did. It can be a little bit fiddly at times. I weren't too sure about these two brackets because, as you can see here, they come over this edge here and over this edge here, but the flush here and here. I couldn't really tell on the actual instructions, but that's where I've left it anyway, and that looks pretty cool because them leaf springs, yeah, they go across, obviously from here to here on the chassis, so they're actually parallel with the chassis, and that's where you want them. Excellent. There we go. There we go. Anyway, that's it for the Willys Jeep for these well, for these 5 stages anyway. Well, I know I'm going to love this. And what I like as well is that the vast majority of parts in this video, they're all metal. The leaf springs, the axle, yeah, it's cool that. There's only the U-bolts that were plastic actually. So yeah, that's looking brilliant. Obviously the brake drum's plastic as well, and that gearbox casing. But what the gearbox casing is held on to here, that is metal as well as. I would have thought there would have been a location peg for that, but anyway, we'll be popping more parts on that later on. Keep it steady, because you can actually move that around, tweak it a little bit, but yeah, it'll all come together. Excellent stuff. There we go. I'm rambling on. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching. Stay safe, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye for now.